Hey guys, it's Andrea. So I just got home from Blackout 4 weekend. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys who I thought won. I'm not going to really go into like the dramatics of it all. I'm not going to tell you why I thought they won or what their score was to me. We're going to start with day one, J Pro versus 100 Bullets. J Pro killed it in this performance. Last time I seen 100 Bullets, he killed it, so I was kind of expecting him to come with the same caliber, but J Pro just controlled the whole entire thing. So I gave that to J Pro. Bonnie versus Uno. I kind of gave that one a tie because Bonnie kind of lost it in the second, but in the third it kind of made up for like her first and second. And Uno was consistent kind of throughout. So I kind of just thought it as a tie. I didn't really judge that one as a winner. Arcane versus DNA. This battle was amazing. DNA probably one of like the best performances I've seen from him. His freestyle game was crazy. So I gave that to DNA. The crowd didn't seem to really be feeling Arcane too at the time. There wasn't really much crowd reaction from his bars, even though he did have quite a few bars. So just based on everything, I think DNA just had overall the better performance. So I gave it to DNA. Sharon versus Thesaurus. This battle was entertaining as hell. There was bars like everywhere, crazy schemes, but I gave this one to Thesaurus. It was really close though, so it was kind of back and forth with me between the two of them, but I did end up giving it to Thesaurus in the end. Slade versus Art. This is another one where I kind of gave it a tie. I feel as though because they're friends, they didn't really come as hard at each other as they normally would in any battle, but it was definitely entertaining for the audience. I mean, the bars were there, they had schemes, it was good. The wordplay was crazy. Swede said a couple lines that made the crowd go wild, but I did settle as it a tie. I didn't really think that there was fair to say there was a winner or a loser in that battle. Megadeth versus Lex. That battle was crazy. Lex did have a little choke up in the beginning, but I felt like he came back with it during the third. But I did have to give it to Megadeth. His energy was just unreal. His presence just, kind of shook the whole room up. So I gave it to Megadeth for that one. Sketch versus Soul. I had to give it to Sketch. This was actually a really good battle, though. Shout out to Soul from coming all the way from Scotland. I really enjoyed his performance. He definitely was on par too, but I did give it to Sketch in the end. So for day two, Typhoon Tax versus Rum Nitty was the first battle. That battle was crazy. I really enjoyed that. I think Typhoon Tax did an amazing job, and Rum Nitty is just like one of my favorite up and comers right now. So I ended up giving it to Rum because he just killed it. Young Ill versus Freshco. Freshco actually had like a literal choke, like he actually choked in the first round. So it was a little bit of a struggle for him to get started, but I do feel like Young Il was a little bit boring. I know that's kind of mean to say, but he didn't really do anything fantastic for him. He had a couple good bars, but nothing really that great. But Fresco ended up coming back with a second and third and ended up killing it. So I ended up giving to Fresco in the end. Con versus Clips. Con is so short. I didn't realize how small he is when I was seeing him on stage. I was like, wow, he really is really small. But I really enjoyed this battle. I thought it was great that Smack came out to host, and it was really good. I really like Clips. I ever since I seen him battle Holohan live, like I haven't been able to get over the fact that his freestyle game is just crazy. His whole second round in this battle was pretty much freestyle. He did a rebuttal against what everybody was saying about Bonnie and everything like that. So it was a really good battle. Um, Pat versus Diz was the main event. That was a crazy battle. I was so shocked that Diz actually lost his composure. I could see him kind of losing it. There was a little bit of distraction on his right on the stage, and I think he just kind of lost it. And it was hard for him to come back once he lost it. He was, he gets sort of frustrated and mad. Uh, Pat was so on point in this performance. It was the best that I probably have ever seen him. I really, really enjoyed watching him to kind of prove to everybody that there is a reason why he is wearing that chain. I think a lot of people doubted that he wanted it just because he doesn't put so much effort into the social media aspect. I think people think that he doesn't really care about being the champion or he doesn't deserve to be the champion. But I think his whole speech in the third round kind of made people understand where he's coming from and why he doesn't put himself out there in that kind of aspect. So, congrats to Pat. I think he definitely deserves that. Shout out to Canada for keeping the chain here. I'm definitely excited to see him battle Sharon. I'm hoping that battle will, eventually happen. maybe for World Dawn this year. But I'll definitely be there to see it, and I hope everybody had a great time. Shout out to the staff for putting together such a crazy event. I know that it's sometimes frustrating when things don't work out, when battlers don't show, but just know that the fans had a good time, and it was definitely worth the effort you guys put in. So I'll see you guys all at the next event.